Move back to one of the other top stories of the day, and that happens to be the fallout on Wall Street. You can see it right there, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Well, not looking too good right now, as they like to say. This following President Trump issuing a new round of tariffs on countries around the world. And, well, you're seeing a reaction. So what will these new tariffs do, and how can you survive what's to come? With unique insight, we're joined yet again by, well, business analyst Parag Amin back here on the Live Zone. Always good to see you, sir. Welcome back to the show.
Always great, Guy. Thank you.
All right. So I wish it happened to be under better circumstances. In this case, a lot of folks are singing the blues right now. Let's start off with the why. And when I make reference to the why the new tariffs?
Well, President Trump seems to believe that having these tariffs will be beneficial to domestic economy and production. So at the end of the day, the whole idea of tariffs is typically to protect your country's production and make other countries' imports into your country more expensive, and thereby causing people to want to buy things that are domestically made. So said differently, the whole idea is by having these tariffs, it causes Americans to want to buy more American-made products rather than imported products from other countries, because those imported products from other countries will be more expensive than American-made products.
I got to tell you, I think you did an amazing job of explaining that. My last analyst stated that President Trump has yet to do that, not explaining it in full to the American people. I'm curious, your take on that.
Well, in terms of the overall impact on the economy and what will happen in terms of buying, I think tariffs are short-sighted in the sense that in the short term, they may do exactly that and to some extent encourage Americans to buy American-made products by artificially increasing the price of foreign-made products. But in the long term, it is detrimental to the economy. It is detrimental to production, Guy. And that's what we're seeing here. This is why we're seeing the reaction from Wall Street the way it is. From New York, you're seeing here that the Dow Jones Industrial and the S&P 500 are tanking as a result of this decision, because Wall Street is recognizing that for the long term, what happens is Americans end up spending more money, things get more expensive, which ultimately, unfortunately, leads Americans to want to spend less money because everything is more expensive, which then causes the economy to slow down, because the economy depends on people spending money, people producing and people spending money. And ultimately, when people stop spending money or slow down on spending money, that causes the economy to shrink. And that's the problem we're going to see with Donald Trump's tariffs, is I think we're going to see both inflation, meaning the costs of everything are going to rise, as well as stagnation, meaning that the economy is either going to slow down or actually start to recede and decrease in terms of production. And that's a very dangerous problem for the economy. Having stagnation and inflation is bad for the economy.
So I would not be doing my job if I didn't say, what if this and what if that? In this case, what if we embark on a recession? Is that a possibility?
It's a very real possibility, Guy. Unfortunately, we're seeing this right now, not only from the way Wall Street is voting, because remember, Wall Street is a place where it's kind of a predictor of what the sentiment is about current policies and the aggregation of all kinds of policies and predictions about the future. And we're seeing it in very real time that the stock market is decreasing because people are very much concerned about the economy for the future. And so the issue is going to be that as things get more expensive, people are going to want to spend less, and we're very realistically looking at a recession. And I think the other thing to think about, Guy, is, you know, right now, President Trump hasn't just picked one country. He's decided to pick every country. And the challenge with that is it's like having a bag of boomerangs and throwing them all out at the same time. The problem is it's too many boomerangs to keep track of, and then they come right back and they hit you in the face. And I think that's what we're seeing here with Wall Street and the reaction.
Well, something we will continue to keep a very close eye on. Mr. Amin, folks that want to find out more information about you, how would they go about to do so?
Yeah, so they could go to my website at www.lawpla.com. Again, that's www.lawpla.com. Thank you, Guy.
Very good. Always good to see you. Thank you so much for your commentary.